My children, come close, oh. Let me tell you the story of two kings, one crowned by men, the other chosen by God. A young boy with a harp, David, the son of Jesse, and a mad king with a spear, King Saul. In the land of Israel, power danced with paranoia. And when music met madness, the sound of jealousy echoed louder than the drums of war. Once upon a time, David, the shepherd boy, after slaying Goliath, became a household name. Songs filled the streets. Saul has killed thousands, but David, 10,000s. And when Saul heard it, a dark cloud entered his heart. But David, he played the harp in Saul's palace, calming the king's demons. Yet in that music, Saul saw not healing, but a threat. The throne was shaking, not by force, but by favor. I can see you love the story, all right, before I continue, my children. Like, comment, and subscribe, for the spirit of this Bible tale still speaks through the ages. He who is loved by the people must beware of the envy of the crown. The battlefield was won, but another war began, inside Saul's heart. In every corner of Israel the maidens danced and sang, "David, David, 10,000 fell by his hands." The drums of celebration stirred a demon of insecurity in Saul. That night, as David strummed his harp before the king, Saul's eyes burned with silent thunder. Behind the soft hum of David's strings, Saul's fingers gripped the shaft of a spear. His smile was fake, his heart a cauldron of fear. Jealousy had eaten the king's soul like worms in a fruit. "Must this boy steal both crown and kingdom?" Saul whispered to himself. Yet David played with innocence, not pride. He thought his music healed, but his melody stirred the king's madness. The same hands that once lifted him now trembled with rage. "Beware of the hand that applauds you today," Iyansi would say, "for it may be the same that throws the spear tomorrow." A hand rose, a spear flew. But David ducked, by grace, not by skill. David ran from the palace, heart racing like a hunted deer. The man he served now sought his blood. "Why should I die for the songs others sing?" David cried in hiding. But envy is louder than reason. Saul, consumed with bitterness, hunted him across caves and deserts, not for crime, but for charisma. The people love him. Even my son Jonathan favors him. David had no army, only a sling, a harp, and the favor of heaven. Yet every cave he entered echoed with Saul's fury. "Bring me David's head," the king roared. But in the wild, David wrote psalms. He turned pain into praise, fear into faith. "Though I walk through the valley of death, I will fear no evil." One night, David stood over a sleeping Saul, spear and water jug beside him. With one stroke he could end it all, but David chose mercy. "I will not touch the Lord's anointed." He left the spear, he left the crown, and he left Saul's conscience pierced more deeply than any weapon ever could. O crown that shakes before a harp, what glory remains in thee? Saul's heart became a battlefield of guilt and pride. How could the one he hunted still show him honor? "David is more righteous than I," Saul murmured in shame. But the Spirit of the Lord had long departed him. He could no longer dance to David's harp, nor rest at night without shadows whispering. David, though exiled, grew stronger, not with swords but with stories, with songs that traveled from cave to kingdom. People whispered, "The king is Saul, but the Spirit, it's with David." Even Saul's own son, Jonathan, risked his life to protect David, saying, "The future belongs to the shepherd." And thus a war was fought without armies, a war of favor versus fear, song versus spear, humility versus madness. A man who throws spears at singers will never hear peace in his palace. Saul's reign rotted from within. The harp had shaken his throne more than any army ever could, because power gained by force fades fast. But favor echoes. Iyansi laughs slowly, then pauses. Ah, my children, did you hear the sound of that harp? Did you feel the wind when the spear flew but missed? That is how destiny dodges destruction. Let no one forget, David did not kill Saul. David outlived him. Because while Saul carried a spear, David carried a song. And songs outlive kings. You see, in this life, no war ends without a woundsmith. But David was not wounded by the spear. He was sharpened by it. So when next the world claps for you, beware of the silence behind the crown. For sometimes applause is followed by spears. And to you watching, hear this. Are you the David, hunted for your gift? Or are you the Saul, bitter at another's light? Choose wisely, my children, for what you throw may return to pierce your own soul. Like this Bible tale, share it like fire in the forest. Comment your favorite proverb. Subscribe to the stories of truth, power, and purpose here on TvParrot Folktales.